Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with another Worth a Purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would buy it myself. Usually anyways, because this one, I've played it for about 10 hours so far and I cannot stop. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. I purchased this myself on PlayStation 5 specifically to make this video for you guys. It's out officially, like properly, digitally this week, but this is Physical Paradise. I only care about physical media, and this does have one. If you check the links down below in the description and pinned comment, that is where you'll find it. However, it is not so clear. It's not the kind of physical you'll be able to walk into a store and pick it up. I will explain all later in the video. Do pay attention because this game is awesome and you should buy it. So it's been a long wait, a worryingly long wait. It's what Level 5 are best at, but they are also good at making great games, and I am happy to say Fantasy Life I has the potential to be my game of the year. I've been having a great time with it so far because it's the game that just keeps on giving. So the core premise of the franchise are that there are lives you can lead, essentially job classes that have their own little thing going on. You have the combat-focused jobs like the Paladin and the Archer, you have the gathering types, the Miner, Angler, and then you have the crafting classes like the Tailor or the Blacksmith. I am not going to spoil the story, okay, but straight away you end up crash landing on an island where everyone has their own job class. Before they let you leave, you have to sign up for one of them. They have their own little progression missions, but in about 10 hours, this has seemed very passive. Okay, I will admit I have not played the original more than 5 minutes, but my impression is that each job had their own sort of storyline and story missions. However, this is not the case in The Girl Who Steals Time. The job classes, while important, are not the be-all, end-all of this game. There is a big story here that they play a small part in. They are more in line with Final Fantasy job classes. It's there, it's cool, but it's not the overriding structure of the game. Once you've got the license for a job class, you can instantly switch between them on the fly. This, I can understand, could be disliked by fans of the original. However, I think it is for the greater good because this game has so much more to tell than mini stories for different job classes. This is a massive game with a lot of things going on. And call me naive, but I did not expect what Level 5 has served up here, because when it starts up, you're sort of asked to go through the intros of each of the job classes. They're short, they can even be skipped if you want, and after a couple of them, I was thinking, oh, here we go. We're just going to go through all of them, aren't we? And just go about ranking them up on this little island. But oh no, after doing a few more, the game decides, you know what, we're going to put this on hold for a moment and show you an even grander meaning to the game. And then a bit later, it's like, you know what, I'm going to make this game even more massive, and then give you even more, and then a bit more after that. And here I am, 10 hours in, I have not even touched half of the job classes. It's like I've left to a different world or a different game. These job classes on this small little island with small little errands, that's just the bait. This game feels like it's gonna be epic. You're whisked away here and there, doing this, doing that. All the worry about doing menial easy tasks as an intro to the job classes, it feels like a lifetime ago. I am not going to delve into these things so much because I would prefer people to be wide-eyed and bewildered when they're unraveling to you in person. I'm guessing trailers have probably spoiled most of it like they always do, but as someone who does not really watch trailers, even when I'm making videos about said game or using them as background footage, man, I was so surprised in a really fantastic way. This game is great, it has everything. Yeah, one may describe it as cozy, with house decoration, but that's there if you want it. You can play this game kind of like an Animal Crossing if you want to, or you can enjoy the fun, enjoyable, and very interesting story. The action RPG combat, which is simple for sure, but enjoyable. Okay, it's not perfect. I do think some of the story tangents are a little bit long-winded and tonally weird. When you're trying to rescue your friend, but you're pissing about trying to help a tree with a tickly throat, yes, I said that, I feel there could be some pacing or escalation tweaks to make it flow better. And it almost does that Phantom Hourglass crime of revisiting the same dungeon once in a while to get slightly further, but they managed to handle it well since it is short and there are shortcuts once you get so far. The much talked about voice acting, a bit pointless, at least in English, nothing more than reused phrases that almost fit what the character is trying to say. But aside from that, there is so much about this game that I like, and I am so surprised by how it turned out. Although I guess I shouldn't be. Of course, it takes a long time to make a game as massive as this with so much going on. If you like games like Secret of Mana, Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing, Dragon Quest Builders, and level 5 games of old like Ni no Kuni, you will definitely enjoy this for sure. Now, before I talk about the physical release, if you are new here and you do enjoy physical media, this is the best place to be, and you should definitely subscribe. It'll be the best thing you do today, plus the bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media. Like 24,000 subscribers? Maybe not. But imagine if it had 100,000. That would definitely be a statement, so do your bit. In terms of the physical release, well, it is available physically on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. However, at the time of making this video, if you check the links down below in the description and pinned comment, you will see that it will only be available in Japan. Previously, there were placeholder listings for a Western physical release on Nintendo Switch. However, once the game was announced to go multi-platform, one assumes Nintendo pulled out as a distributor, and so it appears the physical in the West has gone by the wayside with no current sign of coming back. It could do eventually, but there's nothing so far. However, the physical release on PS5 and Switch in Japan does have English, and it will play on any Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 5 console, as long as you have the disc drive, of course, and therefore you can import it and own this game physically. And I think you should do, because the game is awesome and it deserves to be successful. And to be fair, if you take out shipping and taxes, the physical is actually a little bit cheaper than the Western digital release. And you know, you own it properly, you can keep it forever, or you can get your money back by selling it on. It's up to you. If you check the links down below, I have directed you as to where you can import this game from a couple of very good places. If you choose VGP, you can get free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian bucks. Or if you purchase from PlayAsia, you can get 5% off with my code Jordan2025. And any purchase made via those links massively helps support this channel in the best way possible, and I do thank you from the bottom of my heart. As I said, I'm playing the PlayStation 5. I have no idea how the Nintendo Switch version holds up. But the PlayStation 5 release is beautiful. It's prime level 5 in every department. Visuals, music, well-directed cutscenes, fun dialogue, everything about it is charming. Would I buy this myself? Well, I already did, but if I didn't, I would. This has the potential to be my game of the year for sure. I expected it to be decent, but maybe not my cup of tea. But it is definitely my cup of tea. It's not perfect, maybe they added a drop too much milk, but I'm leaving this analogy right here because I'm losing it. Level 5 have not lost it, however. It only makes me wish they could get their crap together and be a bit more efficient in getting games out of the door. The industry really needs them. If you want a laid-back action RPG that has a sprinkling of just about everything, and then even more without it feeling like it's been spread too thin, Fantasy Life I is a fantastic time and definitely worth a purchase. Will you be picking this up physically, or are you gonna go digitally? How hyped are you about this release? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you want to buy it and you want to support me, do so via the links in the description and the pinned comment. That is the best way. And of course, subscribe. And of course, have a magnificent day. Take care.
What the?